All right, game number 1 in between Hit and Run and Mori-Chan, the final match of the day, and the Polish team coming into this one with double 60 TP, a singular 705A. We have an E100, an IS-7, an E5, and the mouse.
Yeah, look, a little bit of a peculiar lineup so far. It's been a while since I've seen the E100 here as well, plus the 705s. Yeah, we actually got to see early on today the quad 705 stack, I believe, as well, so that has been an interesting venture too. But I believe first time in a while we do get to see the Super Conk specifically on the Himmels, because before it was all IS-7s, the 705s and 60s.
Yeah, I mean, the 705 obviously a great tank for side scraping. It lacks a bit in the gun handling department, in the mobility, and even in the penetration department. I think 317 on the heat, so not really that great. We'll have to see if the IS-7 of, I believe that is Piotr, is going to be able to spot out that 4 and 5 line cross. We can see him aiming here. Let's see. And he does.
Sure does.
Oh, and that shot does go low here. So no damage taken. Unfortunate for Piotr, but that is still a lot of information gained. That triple 705A is going to get diverted towards that 1, 2, and 3 line where they're going to be able to side scrape. Yes, Iryu takes some damage on the cross here, but is it going to be enough? Not sure.
2 shots bounce though. That is already quite a lot of HP saved, but I say that Iryu straight away cops even more damage. Already on 1600 HP, not looking particularly too well. 705 though finally is in position to side scrape. Now, in comes the problem that the two 60s and the E5 are stacked in a bit of an awkward position. Now the crossfire could start coming around. The E5 has the position to actually start applying pressure. So from here on out, this should be the brawl here. Yuhei gets the ignite. Second one, mind you, so far out of the whole tournament as it stands. But Ponsky needs to start applying pressure from his position. The E5 has the DPM to do it, to keep on applying it. Iryu about to go down, 900 HP. He will be the first one to go, but before that happens, Kubash needs to take more damage.
Yeah, indeed, and now the brawl is in full effect. Iryu, the first one to get focused out here by the tanks of Hit and Run, who so far still don't have a connection. Never finally the one to pick it up. But now we have to take a look at the HP. The Japanese team of Mori-Chan actually with more HP. Double kill in favor of Mori-Chan coming out of that one. Hector, though, pretty low here. Has to be careful. Marcel reduced to a one-shot. Reduced to the garage. The underdog of Mori-Chan coming and rolling into this match. Rolling over Hit and Run.
This is what was supposed to be the Mori-Chan from the previous matchup against the GCAT. But at this point, it is already great to see them performing. Now they need to make sure that they find the finishing points. Now they need to make sure that Ponsky keeps on outputting the damage before going down. Ally tank goes. Yuhei is the next. He's the punching bag. Mori-Chan needs to stay alive as well. The S-Conk is going to be crucial here for that gunfight.
Yeah, and now here, Hit and Run. Starting to run, but not towards the hills, but towards the garage as they are starting to falter against this onslaught that Mori-Chan is starting to put on against them in the southwestern part of the map. Conrad, the last remaining tank here for the team in purple, for the supposed team that was here as the big favorite. Instead, the score is going to be 1-0 in favor of APAC.
Well, as we now have passed the bit of a hopium and copium port to Keyhand as well, we're now all sharing it all, but we're going into the second round of Himmelsdorf. Yeah, take a deep breath, mate. We are looking at a pretty interesting setups now coming around. CS63 to come through from Hit and Run. That is obviously going to the castle as well. Well, for the most of it, really. Apart from that, MMMC, look, a 705 sprinkled into it, but for the most of it, E5's a 60 and an IS-7 plus the E100. A little bit almost copying the previous lineup of Hit and Run.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what exactly is being done. Now, as we do see the initial splits, the initial setups, Hit and Run sending the CS63 to the hill, very unsurprising. We see Piotr in that A-line in the I-7. A shot whizzing past him is not going to connect, and Conrad and Marcel are going to be tallying behind that singular I-7. Other than that, all the tanks over the hill for Hit and Run, they're going to be met by a mouse in B5 here for Mori-Chan, that is. And the Japanese team here in the baby blue is going to take a lot of control over the 1 and 2 line here. They are going to establish very, very deep. That is a lot of information gained on where hit and run not is, which in turn means a lot of information gained on where they most likely are.
Problem being is that they left a lone mouse on the 1 flag. That's one thing. 2, there's a trio of trouble coming around. Kubash and Mineros and Never coming around. The E5 and the double 60. That's already going to be a problem for the mouse. IS-7 won't really have much of a leverage unless the IS-7 on the banana is dealt with, and that's where the 60 TP off, I believe that's Hector, oh no, not Hector, Mori-chan, will run into problems. So right now, this could be a whole lot of problem where they will lose potentially 2 tanks before they even get to the main brawl.
I was kind of afraid here for the team of Hit and Run that basically Conrad and Marcel were going to get caught out here by the tanks by Mori-chan that are in the southwest, but now already the tanks by Hit and Run that were on the hill, they are starting to pour down from it in towards that D-line. They're going to screen off the IS-7, and now we can see Hector starting to commit in that 705A. Currently, it's going to be a skirmish right up around that 7-8 line. Around the banana, it's going to be about who has more angles available.
Exactly that. Already with Mori-chan being cornered here, this is going to be quite problematic as not much of a move space is there. Monster is starting to rotate around to start applying pressure onto that G-line as well, which could be even more problematic from here on out. Hector will be catching quite a few of the stray shots, but it's Aryu who will be, actually trying to contest some of the angles there, but Hector, phenomenal shot. And an ignite though onto Aryu is not going to be helping a lot at all.
Yeah, Monster there with a very greedy peak, actually taking a big number to his tank, but it is going to pay off with the lucky fire onto the Watts, the 100. Never though, in a big problem here, down towards 534. That is a possible one-shot, but he's not going to get rolled by Li tank. Now, never is he going to try to get out of the fire of the mouse. No, instead it's going to be Yuhei to pick him up once again. The Japanese team with the first kill on the board, but this time Hit and Run responding with the HP advantage here. They don't have a kill yet, but they are starting to drive closer. Yeah,
Kubash rotated as well. Li tank is now on 23 HP, and the finisher from Monster up on top is already quite huge. Mori-chan on 199, Aryu on 479 as well. Ignite though from Aryu is going to help quite a little bit, but the differential in the HP is absolutely ridiculous. The HP is now left on Macha and Ponsky as the last few remaining somewhat healthy members, but even then Ponsky loses. This is all but looking to be a GG in favor of Hit and Run to make it a 1-1.
Yeah, exactly. The Hit and Run tanks after a game number 1, and after which they looked stunned. Now storming into this one, pouring down from the hill, securing the crossfire positions. And yes, the focus fire on towards the tanks by Mori-chan not really there. Still 2 tanks on the 1-shot left remaining. And Hector coming in from the sidelines against Piotr as well. That does do a good number onto Hector, but finally Marcel and Conrad, they're trying to close it. They're trying to shut the bag here in round number 2. They're trying to equalize the scoreline as Macha falls, leaving only 3 tanks for Mori-chan. Quick double kill reduces that one to 1. Same as the scoreline's going to be. Alright, game number 3 in the last match of the day. Hit and Run coming into Sand River with double 277, double 60 TP, double ISM, one of them already having Grouses selected, and the CS63.
I gotta say, the Grouses IS-7, that seems like the Chad move really here in terms of the equipment. All of the other stuff just feels redundant. Just bring in the Grouses and that's it, instant.
Switched away from it. There was a removed speed governor on one of the I7s on Mori-chan, though. Style points there for sure. Is it gonna be translating into a match point? We'll have to wait and see.
Highly doubtful about that one, I'll be genuinely honest. The double CS63 indicates about either they want a whole lot more scouting, or they want to, well, keep on boosting, the 277, and that is exactly what is happening.
Alright, so it is once again going to be approach from the team of Mori-chan, sending everyone towards the 2-cap and see what sticks. But what did they not expect is that Hit and Run have the same plan here. There's only a singular IS-7 out of the game for them that is close towards their own spawn. The rotation has already been started, and now we can see the 60 TP already starting to drive in towards the reset position here. Kubash there is going to pull a number hull down, probably on towards Hector. We'll have to wait and see. Indeed, Hector taking 461 here. The overpeak's coming in from hit and run, but that is a lot of crossfire coming in. Morichan with the overpeak. Conrad not sure what's happening to him. He doesn't take any damage for this.
Wait.
How is that possible?
That's absolutely bizarre here. Yuhei as well misses the shots. How is he alive is absolutely beyond me, and it is an absolute criminal activity here, really, from hit and run, being able to dodge out so many shots. Yuhei is all alone out in the open without any cover. He is about to go down in a matter of one more shot, and after that, well, that's the beginning for the collapse of Morichan here in any possibility.
I mean, Conrad still only one shot of damage taken. That is literally getting away with murder in broad daylight, in the broad sun of Sand River, as the damage taken here is still kind of even by both of those teams. The HP are even, but it just feels like hit and run always have more guns in the fight, more HP to share in between them to create those one-on-ones. We'll have to wait and see, as Conrad does get engaged upon by Ponsky here. Ali Tank probably the next one to get picked up. I believe Monster just bounced a shot on towards the side of the i7. Never mind that, he's going to pick it up.
Yeah, Ponsky kind of had a bit of a oopsie there, really going over the hill. Couldn't really do much apart from, well, he finally did get the frag. Piotr does get the better of Macha, and at this point, this is the collapse. Ariu does manage to farm up some damage there, but at this point, it is fairly negligent. No focus fire, meaning so many tanks left on minuscule amount of HP. And whilst Morichan could still probably find a few more kills, but really it is fairly negligible. Yeah, Ponsky gets a 3K, but once again, no actual final kills.
Yeah, exactly. The focus fire simply not there. The guns simply not available for the team of Morichan, as all but one have been shot down at this point. Ponsky down towards a one shot is gonna have the reload maybe onto Neva, as he does, picking up another one, but a full HP, 60 TP still on the team of Hit and Run. It spells the story of the game 2-1. All right, possibly the last round of the day in between Triple MC and Hit and Run. ElFishGuy and Ponsky gonna be whipping out double 277, bring to that triple ISM, quadruple ISM, and an SCON.
Curious lineup, but once again indicating for potential rush strats to come around. Triple Grousers as well to come around for the 3 IS7s.
Hector doesn't even have a rammer, by the way.
Oh, who needs it? You just need the speed, and that is all that you need.
Yeah.
But on the side of Hit and Run, I would like to highlight our first bat chat to come around. Actually, wait, no, pardon me. There was one bat chat that was
being played by Opur, I believe, on Sand River as well. But yeah, the bat chat kind of fallen out of fashion, but personally, having played World of Tanks for so long, it's an OG pick.
Oh
you
yeah,
gotta love it.
It's a great pick. Still great burst damage, and you can use it as a scout as well. It's more so that it's paired with a CS63 rather than, you know, bringing another heavy tank is what is more curious to me. But once again, defense from Triple MC, and we're seeing a very just packed push down south.
I mean, everyone knows at this point that, you know, if you're spawning from the east, then the K-line is kind of favored for the team that is coming from there, though Monster doing a good job of gaining information. Big hit coming into one of the tanks by Triple MC here. Ponsky already down to 1700. Marcel getting spotted out in that I7. Can they actually connect on him? I don't think so, as they're fully on the move, but that is actually a lot of tanks here by Triple MC, and it seems like Hit and Run is starting to respect this. They're starting to trail back a bit, to go a hold down, to start to pull more forces in towards that area, possibly hoping for a shootout.
Yeah. Well, whilst Yuhei keeps on pushing around, there's still 2 tanks left on the base, which is not going to be particularly great, seeing as Hit and Run are starting to rotate all of their resources there. So maybe just a battle at the river would be great between the IS-7 and the 6TP, just to delay that return. And then from Macha, I don't know where's the SCOG thinking that the enemy will come from, because they're all been already spotted. They know of the presence.
I think Ali Tank might have bitten off more than he can chew here. That is 4 enemy tanks that he's fighting against. He's double tracked. He's down and out of the game, and the counter push immediately starting to get sounded by the tanks of Hit and Run. The first tank was picked up, and now Yuhei, the next one on the chopping board. the hit-and-run tanks once again doing a beautiful job of isolating tank after tank on the enemy team. Yuhei down towards 493. That is going to take at maximum 2 more shots to remove him from the game. In the meantime, Aryu in the middle, not finding a huge lot of success either against Kubash. Yes, Marcel is down towards a one-shot, but he's keeping himself safe. So, yeah, Mori-chan looking very good, and Minaris from the backlines with that Batcha, putting in shot after shot. Just picture perfect gameplay here. He does have 5 shots available. That was the 4th, and now we'll see, is he going to have the perfect clip? He does not.
Yeah. Look, all I'm going to say is why all this was played by Triple MC. They're the ones on the defense. They could have played it for the long game. They could have set up the perimeter. They had even the S-Conk for that very same thing, but the S-Conk not rotating, so Macha was basically absolutely useless for that whole round. Then the whole push by the 277s, the moment they got spotted, why not turn around? Why not set yourself up to receive the push? You're the one on the defense. A hit and run have to come to you instead. But what we saw is absolute in the bin. If APAC was a joke before, they're now an even bigger joke.
I mean, first of all, we'll also have to criticize the team of Hit and Run here, namely Minaros, for not doing the perfect Batchat clip. But at that point, we are, you know, nitpicking. It is a good round of attack that is being played by Hit and Run, but it's being made easy by a team of Mori-chan that once again have a very, very one-dimensional strategy. And then I think it is also the individual player mistakes of the tanks that were playing close towards the K1 position here. I mean, not necessarily Yuhei, I don't think you can blame him. He was doing the good thing by going
it's a collective issue.
No. Yuhei was doing it good by going in towards the corner. The other one that went close was the problem.